Hi folks, this is Lab 2 I'm about to talk to you about, and what I've done is, if you can please follow these exact, there's two parts to this assignment. So I'd like for you to create everything that you did in Lab 1 carries over to Lab 2 with a name convention with everything we did. This is what I would like for you to do for Lab 2. If you can please create a folder. This is the folder name. Alright, I hope you know what ABC stands for by now. And similar to Lab 1, with the same name convention, your first initial, uppercase, your first name, and your last name fully spelled out with the uppercase of the first letter. You need to create two subdirectories called homework and lab as directed here. Underneath the homework, you will need to do the following problems that I asked you to do. There's two of them. There's number 9 and there's number 12 in Chapter 2 with it. So after you read Chapter 2, which contains Chapter 2, which contains the problem number 9, and then of course there's number 12 it's containing, and I would like for you to name it with these two subdirectories, with Chapter 2 underscore 9 and Chapter 2 underscore 12 as a subdirectory of the homework. Please, all these numbers I referred to is based on the 5th edition one. For your number 9, you need to create a file. It's called miles.java, and number 12, you need to create a file called manip.java. Inside both those directories, you're gonna, once you have the source code, you're gonna compile it. You're gonna take it over to the class file. Take the screenshot. You gotta give me a screenshot of that. Paste onto a file Word document called screenshot on each one of them, and call it screenshot.docx of the output. So all that needs to be contained in these two subdirectories inside of this thing. For the lab, this lab, which is the rest of this document, under the lab directory, this folder, you will have two files. Alright. Well, a total of, when you're done with this thing, is you're going to have a total of 5 files. The numeric types, the mileage.java, and the two class files. The 5th file is the screenshot.docx. Now, please read this. I hope I'm trying to get you to adhere to the .zip. Please don't send me anything that's other compression other than .zip, because I don't have anything to excuse me, to uncompress it with. So please use the operating system, the Windows operating system, to compress your files with as well. Alright, here's the objectives. I'm going to let you walk through this on your own with it, read through the bullet points with it, and I want you to talk, so you can be familiar with this stuff. You're going to learn how to write an expression to accomplish a lot of the tasks that's being done in here with it now, and hopefully by now you've read your Chapter 2 and you listened to my videos for the lecture. We're going to talk about the casting converting between two primitive data types with it. Use a value returning library method and a library constant. And we're going to talk about the string method to manipulate the string data. We're going to talk about the communicate between the user and the scanner class. That allows you to do the dialog box with it. We're going to create a program from scratch by translating what's called a pseudocode algorithm with it, and be able to document the program with the certain ways that you're going to use it. So in this first lab, I'm going to design to give you a practice of some basic Java. We'll continue the same ideas from Lab 1, correcting the logical errors of the mathematical formulas in Java. We'll also explore some difference between the integer division and the division of your calculator, as well as reviewing the order of the operation. So everything that you've done in 1436, transfer the concepts into 1437. Now, we'll also learn how to use a mathematical formula as a pre-program in Java. Everything that you've done basically on your calculator are these push button operator, such as raise a number to a power, pi, everything that's very similar to what we've talked to as a mathematical, the associative rule. Those of you learn the acronym, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponential, my for multiplication, and for addition, division, all those, the whole order of precedence still takes place. Transfer over to here with it. This lab will introduce you to communicate to the user. You're going to prompt the user by using the scanner class. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and how to kind of get it to the console, prompt the user, read that information into, and store it into it. But more important, that you're going to be using what's called the scanner class in the thing. We will also learn how for you to actually call a method for output for this thing. So the string class is introduced, and I'm going to actually talk to you how to use that string class and process some of the stuff with it as well. So I broke this down to multiple tasks for this thing. Okay, so we'll bring everything we learned together by creating a program from its algorithm with it as well. And finally, you're on the later part of this is you're going to learn to comment. Again, how you comment over in 1436, the // or the / and if it's a block comment between the asterisk and another asterisk and a / that way actually it's a block comment with this thing. The first thing I need for you to do is create a file that's called numeric types. Okay, now note the name, numeric types.java. So your public class in your file, you will need to call it public class numeric type, the same spelling as this file, numeric types. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do exactly what we did up to this point, and making sure that you understand with what I'm doing with it as well. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this right now, and then I would like for you on the desktop. I'm going to create this on the desktop. I have like I said, I asked you to create a folder. For me it is. I'm going to do this on the desktop, but I'm sure you create onto your local drive with this thing. I'd like for you to create a folder with a folder called lab2 _ your first initial. My first initial is D, uppercase, and D, my full last name, uppercase, the first letter with it. And inside that directory, I'm going to create two subdirectories in these things. One of them is going to be called homework, uppercase H, homework, and the second directory I'm going to have you create is what's called labs. Right. Now, remember, in the homework directory, I asked you to create two subdirectories underneath it. What are the subdirectories called? The first one is called chap2 _ 9. And the second one, if I recall right, is not this one, is number 12. Okay, so chap2 number 12. So right mouse click, score number 12. Okay, so let me back up to this level. Inside of this is where you will save this Word document. So why don't we go ahead and do that right now and put it inside this directory, because you, at the end of this thing, you're going to have to take the screenshot of this file, right? So here's this directory that I have. It's the lab, and inside of this, again, if you want to go ahead and do the revise, just keep it the same. I don't care how you want to do this, but you could save this file inside of that lab directory, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to take a screenshot of this file that we're about to do. So up to this point right now, this is where we're at. This is where we're at right now with it. So let me pause, and let me make another video.